Okay, Raider Nation, we are back for the second broadcast in one day for your enjoyment. We are live from Lady Raider Field. Game 2. Game 1 concluded 15-0 in 2 2/3 innings as the Raiders earned their first region victory, looking to get number 2 here in Game 2. The Raiders will be, not to confuse you, the away team. You'll see that on the score bug, as St. Vincent will be the team on the bottom there. They will take the defensive side first, and AJ, it looks like, is going to lead us off here in this second game as she led off in Game 1. A little conversation here. We're supposed to get this game going a lot quicker than anticipated. A lot of times there's 25 to 30 minutes in between games. I don't know, maybe there was some confusion. Maybe there's, as the coaches are talking over there just to the right side of the camera, hoping to get things going here. Number one, what we don't want is any type of delay, weather delay like we ran into last Thursday. And anytime a little thunderhead can pop up within 10 miles and set our alarm off, and we have to pause everything, and we don't want that to happen. And I want to – maybe they were – okay, we got word maybe there was some talk about them switching dugouts, but that makes no sense. I don't think that ever happens in a doubleheader. But anyway, maybe that wasn't the case. But either way, we're about to get things started. You see the Raiders take the field. It's like KD's going to get the start catching behind the plate. Gracie Hand, I mentioned her earlier, is going to take the mound. Kamari Strozier is going to be at third base, and Aniston Johnson back home at short. First base will be Skylar Clement, and second base is going to be Bree Harper. Left field, Sadie Adams. Center field, Zoe Hodges, and in right field is Doodle Johnson. Current temperature in Alma at the ball field, close to it anyway. Heat index is still 105. Wow. I want to thank our softball title sponsor, Mr. David Hand, State Farm Insurance agent. I want to thank all of our 2019-20 athletic school year sponsors. That's Burt CPAs, the Wheeler Agency, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, Family Vision Care, and Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply. Here we go. Gracie Hand starts things off with a ball. Just trying to throw strikes to these young ladies. Let them put the bat on the ball if they can and get some outs. Sadie at one time had 5 strikeouts in a row. A total of 8 in Game 1. And you're talking 8 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings. 8 out of 10 batters she struck out. She saw. Only 1 walk, and that was a hit batsman. And there's, speaking of hit batsman, number 20 will take her base. We don't have an official lineup, basically just a roster here for number 20 is Lindsay Murray. Just took first base. I want to thank you for joining us live on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. My name is Brent Johnson. I'm instructor of engineering and technology. The engineering pathway, we incorporate a student broadcasting program through the NFHS Network in our program. This ball has popped up. Kamari should camp underneath. Squeeze it for the first out of the inning. Along with me is Johnny Kabigtine and Tate Taylor in the booth. #21, Amber Bedow. I may have have got that number wrong. Ball just off the plate. That's 13. I apologize. Number 13. That's Kaylee Wheelis. Took a little off that pitch. That's going to be strike 3. Again, game 2. All right, I think I just figured out, or we just figured out what the confusion was earlier, because I'm confused now. In this game 2, typically in a doubleheader situation, whether you're in the playoffs or you're in a game 2 situation and you're playing 2 in the same day, the home team is the home team first game 1, and then the visitor team is the home team the second game, and that's the way I had it planned here, at least in the scorebug. But again, I'm not sure what was agreed upon, but I just, again, getting things started, I just realized that St. Vincent's batting first again, and the Raiders are in the field as we got things started quickly there. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ball is fouled near the visiting dugout. You'll notice a change this year. The home dugout is now the left side. Visiting is to our right. For no other reason, the left dugout is much cooler. The sunshine is not coming. This ball is lifted into center field. Played perfectly by Hodges. That's going to end the inning, leaving one stranded, and we're going to take a quick break, honor our sponsors, and be back in just a moment. All right, I'm back here. I want to talk just a moment. As I did in the end of the second game, I want to spend a little time talking about a couple other of our title sponsors. I didn't get a chance to. And that's, first of all, Mr. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Andy has been with us for 8 years, 9. Matter of fact, this is our 10th year broadcasting, our 9th year with the NFHS Network. We were one of the pilot schools, specifically in South Georgia. I think there were several schools around Atlanta and North Georgia, but we were definitely one of the first, if not the first, in South Georgia to take a hold of this thing. And Mr. Andy has been with us on these broadcasts, each and every one in some capacity, whether he was donating money to help finance our travels and or providing a vehicle, an SUV of some type to help us haul our equipment on a long haul away games. For softball, that might be Columbus, Georgia for the state finals, or baseball playoffs this past season to Callaway, Georgia, or all the way up to Clayton Clayton, Georgia, the northernmost part of Georgia. So some playoff stuff up there. So, but Mr. Andy is another homegrown three-sport star when he was at Bacon County High School, and he sold cars for quite a few years over in Appleton County for Cawthron Vonador Chevrolet for many years, and then he moved back home some time ago. I believe now about nearly 15 years now. He's been right here in Alma, Georgia. It's US 1 South, right by Burnett Automotive and Terry's Vinyl Siding there. Encourage you to stop by and see Andy for any and all of your car needs, SUV, truck. He can purchase new, but he specializes in quality used cars. And a very easy, laid-back guy to talk with, answer questions, and to deal with. So I encourage you to go by and see Mr. Andy Cawthron, Andy Cawthron Auto Sales. Here we go. Bottom of the first inning. I'll try to stay straight with it. Now the score bug says different, but we'll try to keep the names will be off, but we'll keep the innings correct. This is bottom. The arrow will be pointing down from the number 1. I think Aniston wants to really get into one here. She's had a couple pop-ups. Our last one was actually a base hit. Made her feel a little better, but really wants to drive one here. And that's going to be off the third baseman's heel. That was a tough play for the young lady as she was playing in. I'm going to give Aniston a hit there. I might be a little bit partial, but that ball was hit really hard down that third base line. 1 on, no outs here for Strozier. And Strozier shoots one into center field. Aniston rounds second base. Yeah, and tell you a little bit about, and Strozier just picks up where she left off. She was 3 for 3 with an RBI, 2 doubles and a single. And she's just adding to those power stats right there. Bree Harper is coming to the plate now. An opportunity to do some damage. Looks like we got a little rain. Some big drops there I see falling in front. But what we don't want to hear is the horn for a weather delay. Kamari's going to take second. So we have second and third, no outs. Bree Harper at the plate. Hodges on deck, and Clements is in the hole. This ball is shot to right field. This is going to be trouble for the defense. 2 runs are going to score. It's just a long single for Harper, but more importantly, 2 RBIs. Hodges comes to the plate. Clements on deck, and now Katie Johnson in the hole. That was Bree's first at bat of the day. Hodges was 2 for 3 with 4 RBI. First game. Raining a little bit harder now. Hopefully this won't last too long. I'm not sure how heavy it has to be for the umpires to. I got a feeling they're not going to delay this game at all unless they. It'd have to be a torrential downpour. I'm going to try to go ahead and get this one in the books. Just a little cloud overhead. It shouldn't last too long. Just enough to make it nice and a little more steamy when it moves along. More of an agitation. Yeah, he's umpire behind the plate. He's checking with the umpire in the outfield. He's like, let's keep this thing going. Let's go, let's go. So, again, it's not going to last too terribly long. Ball outside. The only thing you have to worry about is the pitcher and her hands getting wet and the ball getting wet. But if they got plenty of balls, keep them dry. This ball is chopped to the third baseman. She can't hardly handle it, but she's going to get that force out at second. It's a fielder's choice for Zoe. Clements to the plate. Clements was 2 for 3 and an RBI sacrifice. And it looks like it's just sprinkling just a little now. Nowhere near as hard as it was. Swing and a miss. Ball high in the zone. Ball's hit sharply down the left field line, fair. All the way to the corner. Runner's going to score. Skylar's going to have a stand-up triple. What a big hit that was for that young lady. An RBI, 3-0. Nice swing. Katie Johnson to the plate. Katie was 1 for 3 with a fielder's choice. High in the zone. And again, just a small sprinkle out there. I want to thank David Hand, State Farm Insurance, for being our softball title sponsor this season. This ball is C&I single down that right field. Kind of fisted it over there for an RBI single for Katie Johnson. It's going to be 4-0. Lady Raiders with 5 hits. And we are in the bottom of the first inning. Ball low. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Number 24. This is Gracie Hand. This is her first at bat. I apologize I didn't announce her. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 4-0 early. Raiders won game 1, 15-0 in 2 2/3 innings. Sadie had 8 strikeouts by my count. And another base hit by Gracie Hand. Will be first and second. Game like this, nobody wants to make it the first, second, or third out. You just want to try to keep it going. And this is number 10, Hope Hobbs. She's the designated player. And the rain has officially stopped. Ball a little low in the zone. Maybe we can just open this thing up right here. And this ball is flared to right field. And, again, I love to see, I said earlier in game one, Olivia Screws went to right field for 2 RBIs. They were play most of our Lady Raiders a shift in the outfield over to the left. Not so much this time. The right fielder is cheating over. A little slight shift in center and left field. A big gap there in right center. And this ball is fouled off her fingertips there. Ball outside the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, our second week of school at Bacon County High School, and had a lot of softball and a scrimmage football game. We got another one this Friday night hosting Brantley County. Hadn't played Brantley in about 6 years. That'll be interesting. Ball is popped up. Another C&I single. I don't know if Ray held the runner up there at third or if the runner did, but high five there. Maybe he asked her to hold up there just to make sure, not to get her through out at home. Bases are loaded now for Sadie Adams. Nice pieces of hitting here by the Lady Raiders. A lot of base hits, true base hits, no rinky-dinkies. Ball outside. Oh, he called strike. The ball was way outside. Sadie with her first at bat of the game, as she was the pitcher of record in game 1. She takes ball high there. Sadie has a lot of speed. She can slap bunt, or she can drive a ball in the gap. Good cut there. Another ball high in the zone. I want to thank Family Vision Care, Doctors Hutto and McQuaig, and their friendly staff. And I keep wanting to say it's a brand new building. They've been in it for almost, almost 2 years now. But it is a wonderful building, office building, where they have some state-of-the-art equipment that can take care of all of your eye care needs. Dr. Hutto Blake is very enthusiastic about supporting all things Red Raider and our community in general. And there's a ball 4 walk, RBI for Sadie. It's going to be 5-0. I want to thank him for his 3rd year of joining up with us as a title sponsor for the 1920 athletic school year. Ball is hammered to the left field by A.J. Another base hit RBI. Back to the top of the lineup. 2 for 2 for A.J. Strozier to the plate. Still only 1 out. 6-0. I don't think, and again, I think that's the 15 is the max there. You have to play through 3 innings, I believe. I don't think there's anything lesser. You score 21 or 22, it doesn't matter. In the first inning or second inning, you have to play. The team that is down gets that 3rd at bat. And there's another, thought it was a C&I single there. It wasn't quite enough underneath it. This young lady is not pitching bad. she's because there's only been a couple really hard hit balls. Now our Lady Raiders are hitting base hits. They're not all just CNI singles, as I would say, just little bloopers that drop in here and there. But she's been around the plate, which is good. Now this ball is drilled to center, and she's unable to make the play. That's going to be a costly error as an additional run. There was going to be an RBI there on the single. By Harper, but she was able to take second on the error and that additional run. Zoe Hodges is coming to the plate, second and third with 2 outs. She reached on a fielder's choice, her first at bat. Foul ball. We see here, I haven't mentioned, I apologize for that in the first game, the coaching staff for the Red Raiders. New head coach this year, new yet old, new sport I would say. Coach Greg Gay is back at Bacon County, head coach. Assistant coaches Tony King, Aaron Rozier, Ray Stevens, and Caroline Taylor. And I was just noticing Ray is there's another base hit, excuse me, by Zoe. 1 run is in. Runners on the corner now for Skylar. Skylar had a triple her last at bat down the left field line. Talking about the coaches here. Ray is the JV head coach, and he is on third base. Coach Gay is letting him and Caroline take care of business this second game. And Zoe is going to easily take second. Second and third, 2 outs. I'd like to see us. Maybe we could tack on another runner here. Let Skylar hit one hard or deep and get to 12 quickly. Still in the first, bottom of the first. And she gets under this one, but it could be trouble. And it is. It's over her head. It's going to be a stand-up double, 2 RBIs for Skylar. 3 on the day. Triple-double for Skylar. And it's going to be 11-0 off 11 hits. That's important. That's what you like to see right there. Again, apologize. There was some kind of decision was made in Game 2. If you're a little confused, if you're just joining us on the score bug, you see St. Vincent as the home team this game, and usually that's the case in a doubleheader like this. But they reached some kind of agreement. I think it was the St. Vincent coach that wanted to remain the visitor in Game 2. It's the only thing I can figure out. So, although they're on the scoreboard, they're the visitor on the score bug. We have the innings correct. And there's just foul. Just foul. And this is Katie Johnson. And Katie is catching this game. Our plan is, at the moment, to bring you softball tomorrow night, live from Lady Raider Field, as we'll be hosting the Pierce County Lady Bears. This ball is hit hard to the shortstop. Fires over to first. Nice play there defensively for St. Vincent. And that's going to end the innings, 11-0. As we head to the top of the second. That's correct. 11-0, top of the second. We're going to take a quick break and be back in just a moment. Top of the second inning. Not sure what was wrong with that pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lady Raiders lead 11-0. Have to play 3 innings regardless if we had scored 21. But the run rule is 15 after 3, 12 after 4, 10 after 5. I want to continue to thank our sponsors, David Hand and State Farm Insurance, for being the softball title sponsor this year, and second walk of the game, hit batsman that led off the game. This ball is popped up. And it looks like Aniston Johnson has moved to first base. Bree Harper to short. Zoe Hodges to second. Clement to third. And Kamari Strozier to right field, looks like. Center field is it's Doodle in center. And in left field, I believe that's Olivia. Can't see her number. Katie Johnson. All right, well, who's behind the plate? Foul to the right side. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the second. Swing and a miss. That's the 3rd strikeout I have for Gracie this game. Excuse me, the 2nd. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Gracie trying to get out of this inning right here with this pitch. And 14 fights it off. And this is Cameron Woods. First baseman, AJ, takes the initiative, gets the ball back to the bag for the 3rd out. We're going to go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, 11-0. We're going to take another break. Honor our sponsors. Be back in a moment. All right, we're back. I have some static for some reason. Not sure where that's coming from. Apologize. Probably a power issue here in the booth. But nonetheless, bottom of the second inning, 11-0. Try to tack on at least 4 more to get to that 15. Gracie Hand is coming to the plate for her second at bat. And boy, it just got hot again. I tell you, the clouds went away, sun popped out, or hotter. It was already hot. I think it just got a little hotter since the rain. Nice play by the third baseman. One up, one down. Brings Hope Hobbs to the plate. Three balls, one strike, one out. This ball is hammered into right field, but the center fielder makes another great play there. Brings Sadie Adams to the plate. Two southpaws on this team. That's Sadie and Doodle. Everybody else is right-handed. And she slaps this one back up the middle. And the shortstop makes another. That's 3 good defensive plays there by the St. Vincents. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders. First time all day. So we head to the top of the third inning. Your score is 11-0. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank our title sponsors once again, and I apologize. I know in Game 1 we messed up a couple times. Anytime we run the commercial or the video feed over the top like that, it kills any audio. And so I was probably talking away several times, talking about these guys and gals, and all you could see was a picture, so I do apologize. I want to start with Burt CPAs. You're talking about a company that's been around that has been helping individuals in business in South Georgia. It's, their motto is world-class accounting services for small-town businesses. And I encourage you to check out Burt CPAs in Baxley, Alma, Waycross, and Nashville, Georgia for your individual and business accounting needs. The Wheeler Agency. Mike Wheeler does a fantastic job representing Sorry about that. Had a little audio difficulty. I want to thank Mr. Mike Wheeler for being a part of our broadcast, representing Country Financial, Family Vision Care, Doctors Hutto and McQuaig, Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply, Lisa Coley, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. That's Mr. Andy Cawthorn. And here we go. A little slap to the right side over to first for that first pitch, one out. Here in the top of the third. And it is steamy ever since that little bit of rain. I mean steamy. You can't tell on the ground that there was any rain because it's already evaporated on the concrete, and even the dirt, or the clay I should say, soaked in. This ball is fouled to the right side. By number 20 back to the top of the lineup here. Lindsey Murray. Gracie fires that one right down the pipe. Swing and a miss on that outside corner. That's the third strikeout for Gracie Hand in his many innings. Swing and a miss on that outside corner. Ball is flipped down the left field line. That's a change. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in a row is going to end the inning for the Lady Raiders. It's going to head to the bottom of the third. Score 4 runs, and this game will be over. We're going to take a quick break and be back in just a moment. Two outs now. I want to quickly run through our sponsors once again. Audibly, Mr. David Hand and State Farm Insurance for being the softball title sponsor. Strike on the outside corner. I want to thank Burt CPAs, the Wheeler Agency, Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply, Family Vision Care, and Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales for being a part of our 2019-20 athletic school year as we plan to broadcast 70 events from softball. And that's going to end the inning and end the game and end the series. Your Lady Raiders have defeated St. Vincents 15-0 and 13-0 in 2 consecutive games. 2-0 in region play. I want to congratulate Coach Gay and his staff and these young ladies for being a part of today's broadcast and providing a victory here for Raider Nation. I want to thank you for joining us, all our subscribers locally that support Red Raider Broadcasting, as well as any of you that joined in from around the state. I want to thank our principal, Tracy Martin, assistant principal, Scott Brown, and my CTA coordinator, Mr. Clint Johnson, for allowing us to do these broadcasts. And we want to thank the support from our local community. Those title sponsors I have mentioned throughout today's broadcast, and anyone else that is involved, all the students that helped me with this. I got about 8 kids that are very consistent and hardworking, tremendous work ethic. It's a complete volunteer basis. I don't pay them. They enjoy doing it, and I feed them well. I can feed them well, and that's what I try to do. But I want to thank Johnny Big Team, Tate Taylor, for being a part of today's broadcast. And, again, I want to thank you, Raider Nation, for supporting Lady Raider softball. We'll see you again tomorrow evening. And good evening, and God bless.